This is a brief demonstration of the process faculty can use to create a weighted overall grade calculation in the gradebook in Ultra. So here's an example of a course in Ultra. I'm looking at the gradebook, and let's say that I want to create a weighted overall grade calculation of these items here. Participation, assignment 1, assignment 2, tests 1, 2, and 3. And let's say that I want to use this weights scheme here. I want assignment 1 to be worth 20% of the final grade, assignment 2 to be worth 30% of the final grade, participation to be 10%, and then anything in the test category is going to be 40%. Weighted totals in Ultra use proportional weighting, meaning this test here, test number 3, is going to be worth a greater chunk of that 40% than tests 1 and 2, once scored. So to get started with creating the overall grade column, I can click on the Set It Up option here if I see it in the panel. If I don't see it in the panel, I can go to the gear icon and click up the Set Up Overall Grade option here as well. Either one will take you to this screen. And on the overall grade screen, if you want to use a weighted total, you're going to click Weighted and click Next. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove anything I don't want to use, because notice how Blackboard's trying to suggest weights to me. So I'm going to remove anything that is not applicable. I can tell that by seeing that there's 0 items in these categories. So I'm going to remove any category I'm not going to use. Okay, so let's see. So the easiest one to start with is assigning 40% to the tests category. I can see there are 3 items in here. So I can just assign the 40. And then notice how it's trying to recommend weights for everything in my assignments category. But I want to weight my assignments separately. So I'm going to expand my assignments category and break them out of this category by clicking on the unlink symbol. Now I can set the assignment category to 0 and exclude it. And now I'm going to assign weights to the things in my these assignments. So let's see, assignment 1 was worth 20%. Okay, that's good. Assignment 2 is going to be worth 30, and then participation is going to be worth 10. Okay, and now if I look at the bottom here, I am getting 100%, so my calculation is set. Alright, so assignment 1 is worth 20, assignment 2 is worth 30, participation is going to be 10%, and my tests are going to be proportionally weighted to be worth 40% overall. Okay. Other things to look at on the screen, the green check mark, base calculation on points earned out of total graded points. That's selected, so that's going to be a running total. And then select how overall grade is displayed. So if you want this to display as a letter, you can choose letter, and that's the default letter grade schema in the course. I do recommend reviewing the schema just to make sure it matches up the ranges that are defined in your syllabus, what the grades are. Or you could choose percentage. So I'm just going to go with percentage for now and click Save. Okay, so that's been saved. Now I'm going to exit out of overall grade, and I'm going to see how my calculation is. So based off of the weights and based off the scored work, this student's grade is being calculated as 88.24%. So this test 2 is going to be worth a greater portion of that 40% than test 1. Just so you understand that the weighting is now proportional. In original it used to be equal, but proportional seems to be the way Ultra is doing this to, I guess, be a little bit more fair to the student. Things that are worth more points should be worth more points in the weighted total. Okay. And there we go. Now, if you did want to change this to the letter grade schema, you can view your letter grade schema by clicking on the gradebook settings option here and clicking Manage Grade Schemas, and you can review your grade schema. If there's something here that is not accurate to your syllabus, you can click on a field to change the values. And then once you are done, you can click Save and then exit out of here, and then apply that to your overall grade by changing the display to letter, and then save. So then that shifts that from a percent grade to a letter grade.